What's the definition of a cinephile?
I guess the definition of a cinephile is like a person who really truly loves movies and supports them. I mean, like, I was a film collector. Like, I was the kid who, like, growing up, I watched every movie that came out. I would look for the obscure films. I would go to the local video store and like rent anything, and I'd talk with the video clerk and be like, "Hey, what movie can I get?" And like they'd recommend stuff, and I'd look for stuff, and like that's how I found out about Old Boy and Ichi the Killer and all that stuff from like the local people at the video stores. And like I would go. One of my favorite pastimes is I would go to like like Blockbuster or 2020 Video and like rummage through for like hours through like the 5 for 20 bins and like buy as many movies as I possibly could. I have a DVD collection of 6,000 movies. And like, I had made some good money like doing like promotions for events and stuff before I got into movies when I was like younger. I did that, and I also like worked in a restaurant, and I took all the money that I had saved up, which was like a couple grand, and instead of going to film school, I was gonna make My Pure Joy and stuff, but I spent all that money and bought as many obscure movies on Amazon as I possibly could, and was just watching like tons and tons of obscure movies, like stuff that was like $100 for a DVD because it was completely out of print. I would hunt for like the really expensive stuff that like nobody else had because I was like, I need to see this. And I think sadly, like that because of the death of the video stores, I feel like that's like dying away. Like, people wanting to hunt down these obscure things and like the collectors and stuff. I mean, like, and I'm guilty of it too, because like I own 6,000 DVDs and I haven't bought a DVD in 2 years because I now go, well, I have it all on Netflix. And like, I justify it in my head, even though I know, hey, I should buy a DVD right now. Like I go see them in theaters. I'll like rent the movie on like, Amazon Prime or whatever. But like, for some reason, I just like, I've now somehow in my head convinced myself, oh, well, it'll be on Netflix. That's a Netflix movie. That's one that I'll wait for Netflix. I don't need that, and I find it interesting that like, that's, we've become so complacent within our society that we're able to just write off wanting to own something and wanting to collect it. And so, I think like true cinephiles are dying away because like even though I love film and I'm a student of film to the day I die, I definitely have started to feel like I'm no longer a true cinephile because I don't go out and search for those things anymore. The things that brought me into loving this, it's like, we don't have that video store, that sanctuary to go in and get those things anymore. And I think it's sad. I think it's a sad thing. And it's I definitely feel like, I'm 23 years old, and when I have kids, I definitely feel like it's going to be sad that they'll never be able to go to like a video store to look through a bunch of DVDs and stuff.